Well, yeah, basement, same as the week before, and the week before, and the week before that. Interesting, in Ontario, my province where I live. A couple of weeks ago, the chief medical officer of health, Dr. David Williams, had made some comment, and I'm going to quote from memory here. It was too frustrating for me to go look it up, but it was basically him going, "Well, I don't possibly see how our communications could have been clearer." And I know that some people in the media are saying that our communications aren't very good, but I don't know, what could we have possibly been more clear on? All right, late last week, Toronto, my hometown, went to a kind of modified stage two, we're calling it. And by the way, if you want to talk about clear communications, we need a better title than modified stage two. But in any way, it partially reimposed some of the restrictions Toronto had previously during the pandemic because of the resurgence in cases that we're seeing in this province and especially in this city. You want to see the impact of bad communications. I offer you the activities my two kids take part in. It's an anecdote, I get it, but I think a lot of you will have had a similar experience. My son is 6, he plays hockey. My daughter is 8, she likes to do gymnastics at a gym. Both the organizations had come up with COVID plans, right? About wearing masks and sanitizing your hands and controlling what entrances people go in and out of and limiting the capacity of spectators, all that stuff. The plans were all agreed upon, approved by the governments, and the facilities opened up. And they all had cancellation or postponement policies, obviously, in case as well. What ended up happening is when these orders came out last week, none of the organizations could understand them. We got simultaneous emails from my daughter's gymnastics program, my son's hockey program, and also the arena that my son has hockey in. All three of them had a different interpretation of the rules. My daughter's gymnastics program, honestly, was probably the most honest, where they just said, "We have no idea what the rules are. We're seeking clarity. As far as we know, we're open as usual tomorrow, but proceed kind of at your own discretion because we can't honestly make these rules," because they didn't understand the language in the orders. It wasn't clear enough. My son's hockey program decided to cancel because they weren't sure if they were allowed to open or not. The arenas concluded that they would be allowed to open, but left it up to the individual organizations to actually make the decisions here. I understand that an 8-year-old's gymnastics class and a 6-year-old's hockey team is not the top of mind issue during the pandemic. I get it. I'm a realist. But I think if you want to talk about clear communications, when you have three different civic organizations reading the guidance and the orders coming from the provincial and municipal governments, and none of them have any idea what it actually means. This is not just about guys like me in the media taking pot shots at public officials. This is about normal people going about their daily lives, trying to find a way to do the right thing, trying to find a way to live by the rules, and honestly not knowing what the rules are. This all happened last week. Here we are at the end of this week. We're looking at the guidance. We are only now starting to actually get real clear communication from these organizations because it took them almost a week to get real clear communications from the government officials. Maybe there was an excuse for this in the first wave. There sure as hell isn't an excuse for it in the second wave.